My name is Estevan. I'm born and raised in Los Angeles.
I don't say I have a lowrider, I say I'm a lowrider. I actually had my car before I had a camera. It was already in the culture before I started documenting it. My pops gave me my camera. He's like, you live a pretty cool lifestyle, you know, you're on the road without the pain, then you're in East LA lowriding. There wasn't too many people shooting with a camera at all.
My friend had the money and I didn't have the money at that time. When I found this car, he's like, you know what? I'll buy it and then you buy it for me when you save up the money. I was like, perfect. Got it for like $1,800. It's kind of a bucket, you know, it had rust spots on it, like, you know, holes, cancer holes, but we did the body work and got it painted at Leon's off of Flores and Dinker over there at South Central. And how'd you get into lowriding?
My family, you know, I was born into it. My grandpa's into it, my dad's into it, all my uncles, you know, they've always built cars, and I remember just being a little kid and always being around it.
I think what we've brought to the game is family values and hella crazy custom cars. You know, in sports, sometimes people put a limit. They don't want to modify stuff too much or alter the vehicle because of what it's worth or can be worth a certain way. I don't look at it that way. I look at it as, hey, they like my ideal so much that they went and did it. And sometimes people incorporate it in their own way, which is cool. We always like to be the trendsetters, you know. If we develop a good style and people want to follow it and it's a true and nice style, then that's the win right there.
You're a guy who bought a car and you do everything to the car, have it done, you're a lowrider, you know? I see it more as a curator of that art project. And they're picking the guy who's doing the engine, they're picking the guy who does the hydraulics, they're picking the painter, the chromer, the upholstery guy. You know, like they're curating their best team to make that art piece.
This particular car that we're looking at was heading to the junkyard. They told me not to junk it, they wanted to build it. I said, you want to build it, you designed it. And this is what they designed.
It was a big deal to me because I wanted kind of to get out of the naked girl kind of, you know, it's a woman's car, so I wanted to keep it very neat. My dad's friend Tony, he hooked it up big time. I told him I want beauty in it, like straight beauty, face, roses. I kind of wanted to show where I'm from, LA County, Long Beach. So that was a big, and we're still not done.
For her to pull up into a man's game and something that's nice and placing first and second is just making me feel real good. You know, a lot of guys out there know who she is, and everybody give her that respect.
I first saw lowriders in the 80s. I think around the early 90s is when it started exploding. And then I believe it kind of fell off. And now it's off the hook again.
Man, bring them cars out, man. Let's go, man. Super pump. Let's make it do what it do, man. It's your boy, Young Hog, your roving ghetto reporter. I don't just talk, I live it. I am the first black guy in Lowrider magazine, 1983, with a white Riviera laid all the way on the ground. We had a place that opened up called Terminal Island. This was the beginning of what we were doing on our side of town.
Tell them how that started.
We started out at Burger King. I was giving away 6-foot trophies at first called the G-Man. Then somebody, when we went to Burger King, was like, oh, you need to give brothers a clown because we kings out here. Could you please back up? We're trying to hop on the plane. Thank you very much for the cooperation.
My name is Derek Switchman Wheeler. I'm from the Individuals LA Car Club. 22 years ago, one of my friends had a lowrider he couldn't hop. So they would have to come get me out his car for him. So the name just stuck. Well, that's basically like how where that came from. I'm kind of, I ain't bragging on myself, but I'm good on the switch. So a lot of people run to me to hop their cars for me. Well, it's basically like dancing. If you ain't got no rhythm, you can't dance, right? So it's basically like the same thing. I mean, I go by the sound of the car. Some people gotta hold it, feel the car after they do it. I just go by, I ain't gotta look at it, I just gotta hear it. And I say, it's in my blood, I love it. It ain't just a hobby for me, like they said, it's a lifestyle now, it is.
My name's Aaron, I'm 16 years old, I rep Westside Car Club. I was born into it. I really started liking it when I was 4, but Pops always had lowriders from G-bodies to Impalas to everything. I saw other people hit the switch and I thought, I could do that, it doesn't seem too hard. So I told Pops, build me this car, and I learned how to hit the switch. He said, okay. I got it and I just progressed from there, just slowly burning motors, but it's a part of the game. Now, it's 3 years past and I'm one of the best switch hitters out here. I've won 2 crowns before in my 3 years of switch hitting. The belt, I took it from somebody else. Well, it's the current champion in the streets right now. Currently, I have a permit, but I'm gonna get my license in about 2 months, so I'll be down to do it.
And one of my favorite movies by David Lynch was called Blue Velvet. So I named my car after it. And I had my homie do a mural of one of my favorite scenes on my glove compartment. Shin from Japan did that mural. He killed it.
My name is Shinji Hara. I'm an airbrushing artist. 24 years ago, my childhood friends get a lowrider. I've never seen the lowrider hydraulics. I'm surprised. Oh wow, that's cool. First, my lowrider mural doing 20 to 23 years ago.
How often do you work at this shop?
6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, I finish daytime work, I go back to my studio, and I want to do the homework on my studio. It's every day, every night. I'm not sleeping yesterday.
Back when we came out in the 90s, there wasn't that many clubs compared to now. For us, it was like you wanted to be a part of a historical car club, like something that was, that had history.
I got into the Plex because it's part of our culture, and when I would travel to different parts of the world, I would see our things out there. I was like, man, that stuff kind of belongs to us, like that's our heritage. If everybody else buys our stuff, we're not going to have no history. This one here is probably one of my rarest. It took me a little over 30-something years to find this one. Each one of these guys here, they were devoted to something that they believed in, and that's what makes it powerful,
Our business started in 1928. This is our 89th year in business. We started in Watts. In 1939, we opened up a store here in Southgate, And we had 2 stores for a little while, and then just made this the main store during World War II.
It is Grandpa Ed, the one who started this all.
Our customers predominantly people into like customized car culture such as lowriders and hot rods and customs and just people into classic styles.
We are called the last original clothing store. Other stores want the current fashion. There's still a place that carries all the original OG things, and we're it, last one standing.
For me, it's all about smashing in the streets. I don't really care about putting my car in a car show all day. That's not my thing. I'd rather be out in the street driving it. It is a car. It's got wheels and needs to roll.
My name is Twin. They call me Twin. I'm from Individuals, LA chapter. I own a 1997 Lincoln Town car. It's one of the very many parts of, lowriding that I love. You know what I mean? You can go and you can get into a different class, you know what I mean, depending on what's your budget, because at the end of the day, it's all about your budget, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of history behind my club. They've been around for 40 years. The car is not done until it's out here crashing the bumper, period. And that's basically what this car is about. Even though it looked good, I wanted to set a standard, you know what I'm saying, for this kind of car, just to take it to where you can't even take it no further.
Lowriding's popping. Right now, everybody wants to have the coolest, hottest, biggest shit. The ones who were the dedicated lowriders, we were lowriders till the end. We're still here.
When I go out, I'm always looking for a hop.
It's all about low riding, Dick. It's all about low riding.
Every car is completely different. Every car is one of one. So as art, I mean, you can't get any more original than that.